In a world full of noise, where voices rise and fall with the passing of trends, there are very few that echo deep into the soul and stay there. Here on Born to Win Legend, we bring you stories of those who faced the storm, walked through it, and came out shining. These are not just celebrities. They are warriors with a voice, a fire, a purpose. And today, we unfold the journey of a girl with a voice so powerful it shook the world, but her path was not paved with ease. This is the story of Ariana Grande. She was born Ariana Grande Butera on June 26, 1993, in Boca Raton, Florida. From the moment she could speak, she sang. Not just like a child mimicking a tune, but with emotion, with clarity, with power. Music wasn't just an activity. It was an instinct. Her family knew she was gifted. But what they didn't know was just how far that voice would travel. As a young child, Ariana was full of energy. She danced. She acted. She sang in local theaters and at birthday parties. While other kids played outside, she studied the legends Whitney Houston, Mariah Carey, Celine Dion. These weren't just her idols. They were her teachers. She trained her voice like a weapon, hitting notes that seemed impossible for someone her age. At just 13, Ariana began traveling to Los Angeles to meet with managers and producers, all while continuing her schooling. Her passion was pure, her work ethic relentless. But the road wasn't always smooth. She was told she looked too young, that her sound was too big for her age. Some doors didn't open. Some people didn't believe. But she kept showing up, kept singing, kept being exactly who she was. Her breakthrough came on television. In 2009, she was cast as Cat Valentine on Nickelodeon's Victorious. With her bright red hair, bubbly personality, and lovable charm, Ariana quickly became a fan favorite. But even as the world saw her as a comedy star, she knew something deeper was calling. Acting was a platform, but music was her purpose. Behind the scenes, she recorded covers and posted them online. Her voice was undeniable. Slowly, industry giants started to notice. And soon, she was signed to a record label. Her debut album, Yours Truly, released in 2013, stunned the world. It wasn't just good, it was magical. Blending old-school R&B with modern pop, her voice soared. The album debuted at #1. And just like that, Ariana Grande had arrived not as a TV star trying to sing, but as a vocalist destined for greatness. With the spotlight is heavy. With fame came pressure. With success came expectations. Ariana, still in her teens, had to navigate a world of media scrutiny, public judgment, and the emotional roller coaster of becoming a global figure. She faced criticism for her appearance, her relationships, her emotions. But through it all, she stood tall, never losing her core. Her music evolved, each album more honest, each song more vulnerable. From My Everything to Dangerous Woman, she grew in front of the world. She took risks. She pushed limits. She fused genres and created an identity that couldn't be boxed in. She wasn't just a pop star. She was a force. But then, tragedy struck. On May 22, 2017, after her concert in Manchester, a terrorist attack took the lives of 22 people, many of them young fans. The world was shaken. Ariana was devastated. It was more than just a loss. It was heartbreak on a level no artist should ever face. She grieved publicly. She questioned everything. But instead of hiding, she rose. She returned to Manchester just weeks later, organizing the One Love benefit concert, raising millions for the victims' families. She stood on stage, her voice trembling, her eyes full of tears, but she sang, for them, for healing. That moment defined her not just as an artist, but as a leader, a soul full of compassion. Her next album, Sweetener, reflected her journey toward light. And when life threw more storms her way, including the loss of her ex-boyfriend Mac Miller and the end of a public engagement, she poured her pain into her music. The album Thank You, Next became an anthem of growth, resilience, and self-love. It wasn't about perfection. It was about power and vulnerability. Ariana Grande's voice is a gift, but her true strength lies in her heart. She speaks out on issues. She supports mental health awareness. She stands for equality. She gives back. Behind the glamorous photos and platinum records is a woman who still carries the little girl from Florida, the one who just wanted to sing. She became one of the most streamed artists in history. Won Grammy Awards, broke records, filled stadiums. And through it all, she stayed grounded. She credits her family, her fans, her faith. She keeps creating, keeps learning, keeps growing. Ariana reminds us that strength isn't loud, it's consistent. That healing doesn't mean forgetting, it means rising anyway. That even in the darkest moments, there is still a reason to sing. So if you're going through something, if the world feels too heavy, if your dreams feel too far, look at Ariana. A girl with a big voice, a bigger heart, and an unshakable spirit. She didn't have it easy, but she never gave up. And now, the world listens. This is Born to Win legend. If Ariana's story moved you, inspired you, or reminded you that your light still matters, subscribe now. Because your story is still being written. And one day, we just might tell yours too.